Good afternoon, students. Okay, yesterday we discussed about the second unit, that is shear divide and conquer problem. So what is divide and conquer means? So first you divide the problem into number of subproblems. Then find the solutions to the subproblems. That is, we call it as conquer. Then finally combine the subproblem solutions to get the original problem. That is divide and conquer. So divide means divide the problem number of subproblems, and conquer means the subproblems are solved. Combine means by subproblem solutions, combine the subproblem solutions to get the original problem solution. So that is divide and conquer. So for divide and conquer, we are using a general methodology is called recursion, is to design for efficient algorithms. So we have to see here in this, we have find the dividing the data into parts, finding the sub problems, solutions to the finding sub solutions for each of the part, then constructing the final answer from the sub solution. That is our divide and conquer. So see here, see the diagram here. Problem is there. We have divided split into sub problems. Then we have to solve the sub problem. This we call it as a conquer. Okay. So this by for finding the solutions to the sub problem, we call it as a conquer. Then combine all the sub problems. That is the solution to the final problem. Okay, clear? So anybody has any doubt, please write a message. So see the algorithm for divide and conquer. So here divide and conquer for the problem, just I am explaining that flow chart only. So divide and conquer problem P, this P is, or if the problem is small, so return the problem, that is S of P, else divide P into smaller instances, that is P1, P2 and so on, Pk, where K is greater than or equal to 1. After dividing the problem, then you have to apply divide and conquer to each subproblem. Once you divide the problem, then occur the divide and conquer for each subproblem. Then we have to retain the combined, means here we divide the problem, then we combine the subproblems into one problem. In which way? So combine, divide, conquer 1 P1, return, combine, divide P1, P2 and Pk. That is the solution for the actual problem P. So this is the algorithm for divide and conquer. Is it clear? Okay. For recurrence relation, we are using the for recurrence relation we are using the method called master theorem. Okay. See, yesterday I already told that T of B is a function where monotonically function. Okay. Or it is the T of n is the recurrence relation. Then we have the formula C here, A into T of n by B plus F of n. Okay. where a value is greater than or equal to 1 and b value is greater than or equal to 2, and c is constant, so c is here t of 1 equal to c, c is always greater than 0, and the function here functions f of n belongs to the theta of n power d, where d value is always greater than or equal to 0. This is the formula yesterday I told you. So here t of if a less than b power d, the t of n value is theta of n power d. If a equal to b power d, then the t of n equal to theta of n power d log n. If a greater than or equal to b for d, we get theta of n power log a to the base b. So this is the case 1, case 2, case 3. By we choose the these 3 cases by depending upon the a value here. A less than b power d, we choose this one. If a equal to b power d, we choose this one in this case, and if a greater than b power d, we choose this case. Okay. And also here Master's theorem is not monotone. For example, if this Master's theorem is not used for this t of n equal to sin x, sin n, and also if f of n is not a polynomial, also this function is not you cannot use the Master's theorem. And also here b cannot be expressed as a constant, that is you cannot represent in this way. Also you cannot use the Master's theorem. Okay, so see one example here. Let this is the example. See here, this one is example here. Let t of n equal to t of n by 2 plus of n square plus n. So see here, from according to the Master theorem, this value is a and this is b, and this is f of n. This is f of n. Okay, according to the Master's theorem. Okay. So this is f of n. So if you want for here, see here what is the a value here? A value is 1. See here, a value is 1, b value is 2, and what is the d value? So here what is the d value here? This is the function. So f of n equal to 1 by 2 n square plus n, the highest degree is n square. So f of n equal to n square. So f of n equal to, I already told you, theta of n power d. So n power d here 2. So here d value is 2. Okay. Here anybody in doubt? How I get the d value is 2? So this will comes under f of function. So in this the highest power is n square. So f of n equal to theta of n square. So n power d is here 2. So d value is 2 here. So check the condition in 3 cases. Which case is eligible? That is a value is 1 less than b value is 2. So we go to the condition theta of d. So that is the complexity. The here the t of n value equal to theta of n square. Why? Because here we get the n square value. So n power d. So theta of n power d, d is 2. So we get the value theta of n square. Okay, this is one example. Next, move to the another one. Just if you have any doubt, just write a message in chat box. So next example, see here, t of n equal to 2t of n by 4 plus root n plus 42. So here, what is the a value and what is the b value and what is the d value? So generally the value in this slides here a into t of n by b plus function. So by using that formula, we already know that a value is 2, b value is 4. What is the d value? So this is the function. So f of n equal to root n. Okay, the power is here n power 1 by 2. So what is the value here? Here d equal to 1 by 2. So dl here 1 by 2. So 2 4 power 1 by 2. So in which case you move to that value? One minute. So in which case you so we need in 1 minute. So in which case you have to value here. So d equal to half here. So 2 equal to 4 power 1 by 2. So in which case you will move here if a equal to b power d. So that is theta of n power d log n. Okay. So here 2 equal to 2. That is by substituting a 2 equal to 2 here by solving this value 2 equal to 4 we write it as 2 square. So 2 by 2 that is 1. So 2 equal to 2. So in this case we use this formula. We use this formula. If a equal to b power d, then theta of n power d log n. So what is the answer for this? So theta of n power log d n. So that is answer is t of n belongs to do theta of n power d log n. So what is the theta is here? What is the n value here? 1 by 2. That is root n log n, because d value is 1 by 2. So this is the t of n value. T of n equals theta of root n log n. Okay. Next we come to this example. If in this example a equal to 3 and b equal to 2. So what is the this is the function. What is the highest power is 1 n power 1. So d equal to 1. So here the case is 3 greater than 2 power 1. So here we T of n value is theta of n power log a to the base b. So we substitute here a value of b value. So log 2 with base 3. Okay. So actually the log 2 with base 3 value is 1.58. So you may be written as theta of n power 1.58. So in this way you have to calculate the T of n value, calculate the recursive relation for the given examples. Okay, by using the Master's theorem. Anybody has any doubt, please write a message. Okay, clear. Next time move to the another one is that is nothing but by using yesterday I discussed about MEDSAT. So here we also divide the problem into sub problems. Then we have to conquer that sub problems, and finally we combine the solution. For finally combine the sub problems into one problem. Here also in same process we use in MEDSAT also. Okay. So first you divide the problem. This is the original sequence. First I perform divide. So I divide this into 2, 1. Then again I will divide this into another 2 parts. Here also I divide this in sub parts. And finally it will comes under one problem. Then I perform comparison between these two. So this is in order, and perform merge operation between them. So I perform this is in ascending order. Then I store all these in compare these two. Then the elements will be stored in this manner. Okay. So actually after sorting this we get the value 6, 18, 26, 32. After sorting this side, right side 1, 9, 15, 43. By using some sorting technique, we sort here left side and sort the right side. Then we merge these two. After getting solution, then we perform merge. Merge, how we perform merge operation, just see here. Here first 1826 compared, 1826 compared, these both are in order. Then 3260 compared, then 3260 compared, but are not in order. Then merge, but we sorted in order. After that we merged these four elements. Then we get this order. Yeah. First we perform these two operations. So 6, 8, 26, 32. Finally we get the value is here. In the same way, first we compare the 15 and 43. That are not in order, so order and ascending order. Then 191 ascending order. Then compare all these three, we get this. So these are the two sorted arrays. Then we perform a merging operation. This is only for sorting the left array and sorting the by first we divide the problem into sub problems. Then we perform sorting operation on left side and sorting operation on right element. Then we create two sorted arrays A and B. Then we perform merge operation. After sorted array, we perform the merge operation. See here another example also. See, I have divided this. This is the one sorted part. This is another part. This is the final solution for this part. Okay. So this is the algorithm for the merge sort in increasing order. In the inside from increasing order 18, 1, 6, 9, 15. This we call it as a increasing order. If the size is less than 1, return A, because of the one element is that is that element is in sorted order. Otherwise, divide left A of sublist 0 of A size A by 2 and right A of sublist A of size by 2 comma A of size. Then may perform merge sort on the left and perform merge sort on the right. Then merge s left and s right. Finally, the value is the new is the solution to that problem. Okay. Yesterday I already discussed about this with example. Same dividing the problem. This is left, this is right problem. Then I perform some sorting techniques. I arrange these elements in sorted order. Here also I perform sorting technique. I arrange this element in increasing order. Then I perform merge operation between two. This is the solution for the given problem. So this is same algorithm. First we divide the with y2, merge a p q, then merge q plus 1. This is the left element, this is the right element, then finally merge these three. So here he will take like this. So this is the my array. So this is my A element. Okay. This is my P. Sorry, this is my Q. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. This is my array P. This is my array P of R. So I divide them with Q. Q plus 1 to R. So P comma Q is the left part and Q plus 1 R is the right part. Okay. So then we perform merge of 2. So divide by 2, that is P comma Q is the left part, Q plus 1 comma R is the right part. Then we perform merge operation. Clear? So this is for partition purpose by using divide and conquer. Then we see here, after this is the merge, to perform merge operation after two sorted arrays. So yesterday I already told you, when you are comparing with two sorted arrays, first element is, for example, this is I element is compared with first element in Q, then this is if the element is less than that element, then store in another variable, that is A of k. Okay. So if the left element is less than or equal to right element, then store left element in the third variable k and increment I by 1. If the element is other case, store right element in the temporary variable, then increment j by 1. At the same time, increment k value by 1. That's what I already told you. So see here, this is the k and this is the I. So I compare first element with 1. So this element is stored in here, then this is incremented by, so after this element is stored, so this is removed here, then j value is incremented by 1. This 9 is compared with 6. Then this element is at the time after storing this, then value incremented k by 1. Just parallelly incremented the k value and what the element one which left element is least or right element which element is least, that index will increase by 1. So here in this case I is stored here, so I is incremented by 1 here, then 8 is compared with 9 again, this 8 is compared with 9, then I is incremented by 1. Okay, then 26 is compared 42. So 26 is compared with 9. So 9 will be stored here. Then it is compared with j is incremented by 1 and k is incremented by 1. Then this 42 is compared to 26. 26 is stored. 32 is stored. Then we put here infinity because infinity is the highest value. That means that here this is the end of the left. If the infinity comes here, so it means this is the end of this left part. In the same way, we represent the right part also by infinity to identify the end of the array. So in this way, how to represent, for example, here n1 equal to q minus p plus 1 and n2 equal to r minus q. So actually pqr here, for I equal to 1, L of I equal to p plus I minus 1. For j equal to 1 2 to n2, so here 1 2 to n1, here 1 2 to n2. Here we take ra, rj, so rj equal to q plus j. If ni plus 1 is infinity, I is infinity, j equal to j. So in this way, we have to so here a equal to p k minus 1 contains k to p smallest elements. So L and R in sorted array. So L and Rj are the smallest elements of L and R that have not been copied back into A because those are sorted array. The same algorithm here. Okay. This is about midsort. So now how to analyze the time complexity of the midsort. So see here in this we have to calculate the time efficiency of the midsort. So, for here n is the power of 2. For example, here this is the example here for n is the power of 2. Then the recurrence relation for the number of key comparisons is okay. If the n is the power of 2, the recurrence relation for the number of key comparison is t of n equal to t of n by 2 plus t of n by 2 plus n. So all of you see here clearly why I am get here t of n and why I get here t of n. Then how will I get the n value? So here t of n by 2 means I already split the array into two parts. So L mid plus 1 R. Okay, this is A is my array size. So I divided by 2. So I determine so I want to perform the time taken to perform sort operations for the left side is t of n by 2 and plus the time taken to sort the right side n by 2 elements is t of n by 2. After perform both are sorted, then the time taken to merge these two sorts A and B, we get the time is n. Clear? So T of n by 2 is the time taken to sort the left array and the T of n by 2 is the time taken to sort the right array and n is to merge these two arrays. The time taken to merge these two arrays is n. Okay, so that is T of n equal to add this 2 of Tn by 2 plus n. Okay, so simply by substituting the so here by using the recurrence relation, we just substitute instead of n here we substitute the value is n by 2. So we recursively solve this equation. Okay. So recursively solve this equation in this way. So by substitute after n we get the is n by 2 value. So instead of n we substitute n by 2 value. So substitute here n by 2 value. Here n by 2 means it is n by 4. N plus in this instead of n we get the value is n by 2. Okay. So t of n by 2 value is we get is this value t of n by 2 get this value. So copy this value in 2 of n by 2 n by t2 place. So just replace the n by 2 value here. So that is just write in this place only, remaining as t. So the remaining is as t 2 t of n by 2 equal to 2t n by 4 plus n by 2 here, plus remaining is same here. So here 2 into 2, 2 square, tn by 2, we can write 4 as 2 square here, plus here 2n by 2, 2 cancel, we get the value is here 2n. Okay. So when we substitute the n by 2 value in this equation, we get this. Next, substitute, now I write n equal to n by 2 here. Next, I write n equal to n by 4. Sorry, n equal to n by 3 by recurrence relation. So substitute here next n by 4 value. So substitute n by 4 value in the equation 1. Here n place we get the n by 5 value. In n by 2, 4 into 8, okay. 2t of n by 2 in n by 4. Okay, substitute. Instead of that, I am substituting the value here, n by 4. Then after this, I store this n by 4 value in this above equation 3. Instead of 2 square n by 4, I write in this place, I substitute this value. So then I will get as 2 square into 2 of t n by 8 plus n by 4. So then we multiply this. So multiply, we get the value here. Okay, by multiplying, here 2 into 2, get the 2 cube, plus we write 8 as 2 cube here, plus see here substitute 4 cancel, 2 plus 1 3n. Next we substitute n by 6. So similarly we substitute here n cube, then we get the n by 4. Next we have n by 6. So similarly after 2 cube, then we get the 2 power 4, 4n. Okay. So if the value is incremented here, then here incremented, then here also incremented. So one variable is incremented and these two, so I am taking it as I value. So if the 2 of I is I, then n by 2, see here 2 of I plus in. So the same number is repeated, so I am taking as I value. So at some particular value, when at some particular constant, t of 1 equal to 1, we are taking some particular time t of 1 equal to 1. So in that case, we are taking as t of n by 2 equal to, okay, for example, finally we get t of 1 equal to 1, because 1, I start here from 1 and 2, 3, 4 and so on up to an element, it will compulsory comes to end with 1. Finally, it will comes to the value t of n equal to 1. So I am taking here n by, so I am taking here t of 1 equal to 1 that equal to t of n by 2 of I equal to 1. Just n equal to written here, move here, then n equal to 2 power n. Then I perform log, I am taking log in between, log to both sides. So here log to base n equal to log to base 2 power, right? So then I come this side. So finally we get the log to log n base 2 with I. So I value is log n with base 2. So substitute here in this equation I value, then you get here I equal to log 2 base n. So here we get the n value. Then already to t of n by 2 is 1. So here that is t of 1. Just substitute I value here. So I value is log 10 log 2 base n. So 2 substituted. Then we get n by n cancel. Then we get the value here t of 1 plus substitute the value here n log 2n. Okay. By solving this, we get the complexity is big O of n log n. So this is the complexity of merge sort. So in this way, you have to calculate the merge sort by using the recurrence relation. So just the points that you remember is just how you get here. This value, this is the time taken for sort the left element, this is the time taken for sort the right element, then we get the merging is the time taken to merge the these two arrays. Then just you add this, then by recursively you have to give some values, n value. First you have to substitute n with n by 2, then n by 4, then n by 6. In this way you are doing the substitution. In some particular case, the values are repeated here. So I am taking that value as I. After that, I am taking the t of 1 equal to 1 value. Then I am taking n by 2 by n by 2 of I equal to 1. So that is t of 1 equal to 1. I am getting here t of 1 value. How I get the 1 value is I am taking n by 2 of I equal to 1. Then here I have got the value is t of 1. So I am taking t of 1 equal to 1. So after this, I take log on both sides, log on both sides, then I get the I value is log n with base 2. So the complexity of this sorry, get of n log n. So in this way, you can calculate this problem, or you directly use the master theorem. You can directly solve this problem. So here in this example, what is the a value is? A value is 2. Here b value is also 2. Then function is f of n. So d equal to 1. So we get here a equal to 2, b equal to 2. So here both are equal. Then we got the value is theta of n power d log n. So n power d is 1. So we get the value is theta of n log n. So in this way also you calculate the method, or by using the recursion, by substituting this recursively get this value, or directly using the master theorem you directly solve also get this value. So this is about method in divide and conquer technique by using divide and conquer method. Here we are dividing the problem into sub problem, then find the solution to the sub problem, and finally merge the sub problems. Then we get the final value, that is the solution to the given problem. Clear? Does anybody have any doubt? Please write a message. Any queries? So next another method for divide and conquer is defective chessboard. So we have a defective chessboard problem is there. So first of all, what is the defective chessboard problem? So that is nothing but just if you are given a chessboard of size n by n, where n is power of 2, so you have two power of rows, and the 2 to the power of rows and 2 to the power of columns are there. So here we have a chessboard of size n into n, where n is the power of where n is the power of 2. See here where n is the power of 2. So you have the 2 to the power of k rows and 2 to the power of k columns, where n is the power of. So okay, so here we have only exactly one square is defective in the chessboard. So we have only one square is defective in the chessboard. You can understand. So exactly one square in the chessboard is defective. So it may be anywhere on the chessboard. So but one of the squares is defective and all the other are not defective. So what we need to do is cover the chessboard completely with a set of L-shaped tiles. Okay. So here we have the problem is chessboard of n into n by n is the power of k. We have two number of we have 2 to the power of k rows and 2 to the power of 1 rows. So here only one defective in the square board that we represented in black color. So this is the defective square that is we represented in black color. So if we need to do is nothing but, so actually the problem is here. Just understand the problem. Tomorrow we will discuss about this problem. Here only the chessboard is taken, in that one square is defective in the chessboard. So if you identify that if you solve the defective problem, you are taking the Trombonies, we are taking the tiles are in L shape, we call it as a Trombonies. So here each L shape will consisting of 3 square elements. So each Trombony is represented in this way. So this is one L shape, this is another L shape, this is another L shape, this is another L shape. So as if it is possible to cover all non-defective squares in the chessboard, if you solve the non-defective squares in the chessboard, yes, we can solve by using these L-shaped dominoes to solve the problem. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about this defective chessboard. This method is also comes under the divide and conquer approach. Then we move to the quick sort in. Okay. Okay, today I end the session. Tomorrow we will meet.